Hi, my name is Tim Nelson with Maintenance Care, and today I did an interview with Benita Watts, and she was nice enough to share her experience using Maintenance Care over the years. Stick around for the entirety of the interview. There are some great clips I know you'll enjoy.
Okay, so my name is Benita Watts, and I am Director of Campus Operations at the UJFT Community Campus in Virginia Beach, Virginia. It's a large campus, and I am kind of the property manager, if you like, for want of a better description.
Very good. That's great. And what brought you to Maintenance Care? First, what made you look for a maintenance software? And then what brought you to us?
Right. So we had a system previously.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was very expensive, and it did way, way, way more than we needed it to do. So we were using just a tiny piece of what it did. And it was, when I say expensive, it was really, really super expensive. So I knew that I just wanted to cut back and try and find something that was actually a little more user-friendly as well, because it did so much that people, my staff, just couldn't really get to it on a day-to-day basis. Also, it did not have a mobile function as well. So they had to be at a computer or a tablet in order to use it properly. So consequently, it never really got used properly. So all it did for us was enable people to put in a request. So I started to look around. I basically Googled, maintenance request programs and platforms, and I came to various sites that gave you the top 6 and the top 10. And I also included in my search low cost. And Maintenance Care came up in more than one search. And I really researched this thoroughly. So no one was doing more research than me on this. Okay. And I kept coming back to Maintenance Care. The main thing was the price. There was nothing comparable to it that I could see that would give us what we needed. Mm-hmm. And so that's how I came to find it, literally just by Googling and researching.
You really
and
did
looking
a
at
lot.
Reviews. There were a lot of good reviews.
You did your homework.
I did, yeah.
And I think what you just discussed there, right? Simplicity, making sure people will actually be able to use the software. And yeah, we do come in very competitively in this space when it comes to pricing. So I can appreciate that. So what features do you find in Maintenance Care that have been really beneficial to what you do?
So the main thing is that in our previous system, when anyone put in a request, somebody had to assign that job to one of the staff to carry out, to complete. Well, that's all well and good if I'm sitting at my computer, but if I'm not, then I was depending on someone else to do it who maybe wasn't sort of so focused on it. So a lot of things would slip through the cracks. So one of the best features about this is that as long as the user picks the correct category, it automatically assigns to the person to complete the task. So that's already off my plate. I don't have to worry about it. That's made my day a lot easier. I did make some little notes about what were the best things, what worked really well for us. So of course, price. Then the fact that it automatically assigns to somebody. And let me tell you, it's very rare that someone doesn't pick the right category. And if they do, it's just that they're lazy and they can't be bothered to scroll down. So
that's fair.
Yeah. So the fact that it does have a mobile app, which I think is great.
You're not glued to your desk all day.
Right. And it means that not so much for me, but for the actual staff that are, getting notifications. They're never at their desk. They are always around the building. So it's great. They get the alerts immediately. I don't even have to bring their attention to it. They're getting those alerts. There's no restrictions on users. We haven't got to set people up with accounts, except for the staff, but for the general requesters, if you like, you just give them the website and they put in their request.
Well, that's it, right? That URL can be sent anywhere. If it's email, you send it right out to them. They click and drag it onto their desktop, even
Exactly.
get a tablet or on your mobile device. You have access to it wherever you are.
Yeah, it doesn't require any training, which is great.
Yeah, simple point and click.
Yes, exactly. And it's not complicated for anybody to use.
Yes,
it's
very,
very simple, and it makes sense.
So how does maintenance care change the way that you're completing tasks now? I know that automatic assignment is huge, but in actually doing the task with the 3-step system, are you implementing that 3-step system, and how easy is that?
Yes. So my staff typically will sit down each morning when they get here. They'll look at anything new that's come in overnight, and then they'll go back and they'll make sure that they completed everything from the day before. Or it could be that they need to order parts, whatever it is. It may not be completed, it might be pending, in progress, whatever. But they will go through everything from the day before, so I can keep track of where are we on things.
So you're tracking exactly what your staff are doing, right?
Yeah. What did this get done? Let me have a look.
Well, how many buildings do you actually take care of?
Well, it's only one building, but it's very large, and we also have big grounds as well. So there's a lot of outdoor landscaping. We have a landscaping team.
That's it. How big is your team?
So it's probably comparatively small for the size of the building, but we have 1, 2, 3 people, two, but what we call, I guess you'd call them the maintenance staff, building services, that kind of thing. We have 2 landscapers, and then we have about 6 other building services support staff as well.
Oh, amazing. Do you find the turnover is pretty regular, or is that something you find happens?
No, we're pretty good. We hold on to our people. Oh, and we also have 2 IT people, and that's another thing that is so critical, is because we use it for all our IT things as well.
Oh, amazing. So 2 different factors, right? You're using both in the one system.
Yeah.
That's great. Do you have 2 licenses or just the 1?
Just 1.
Oh, perfect. So you can actually track everything right there, see all your IT issues as well as all your maintenance issues.
Yes. That's great. And there's a lot of crossover as well. So
that's true. You'd be amazed at how often that happens. From an efficiency standpoint, what efficiencies did you find became much easier and obviously more efficient within maintenance care in our system?
So that would definitely be the fact that I have it set to assign to the right person when I typically look to see, every time a new request comes in, I look to see what it is. I want to make sure it's not an emergency, because sometimes as well, people put things in that
aren't quite an emergency, but they think it's an emergency.
Yeah, so I like to keep tabs on what's going on.
That's a great idea. See, everything comes through you, and then you can delegate and change if necessary, which is so much easier.
And it's so easy to make those changes as well.
I'm happy to hear that.
It's just everything's very smooth.
Now, this brings me to my next question. You had a software, and then you graduated to ours. In doing so, how easy was the process, and did you get all your information across through our team?
Yeah, so setting it up was so simple. Everyone was very communicative, very helpful, very supportive, and we provided the information that was needed. We had maybe 1 or 2 calls or, and some emails about what was needed. Yeah. We sent over that information, and it was just done for us. It was very, very smooth. It was so much easier than I ever expected.
Good. See, this is great news. I'm happy to hear that it all went so smoothly, but that's our implementation process makes things pretty easy, right?
Absolutely. And even then, the whole training as well was so efficient and so well done, and follow up. And even, a year on, the IT director and I had a call with our contact with our trainer. We wanted, there were some things that we were kind of missing, and things we just wanted to see if we could tighten things up. And it was there, we said, can this be done? And it was already there. We just weren't aware of it. So that was really easy. And then if ever I want to make any changes, I just send an email and I say, hey, can we, like I wanted to make another field, a mandatory field on the request form.
Yep.
Bam, it was done.
Yeah, it takes no time at all. That's the beauty of being the kind of company that we are, right? We're privately owned, so we really do take care of the customers. It's massive.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's it. The software's been around 20 years. A lot of improvements have happened within that 20 years, and that only happens from you, right? People who are going to give us feedback. So the more feedback we get, the more ideas to how we want this to evolve. So if somebody was thinking about getting a maintenance software and jumping into maintenance care, what would you tell them?
Do it. Just do it. Don't second guess it. There isn't, from my research, there isn't anything that can better this product. It's so, everything is just so easy that I was very nervous of the whole change based on sort of the way things went with our first system, with our first platform. And I can only say that it was just very easy, very smooth, and just do it. Take that step and do it. Yeah.
Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
The other thing that is really a really cool feature is the little post-it note that you can have on the request screen. Or no, let's say that the AC goes down. I know it's gone down, okay, in whatever area. I don't need, 50 requests telling me that the air is not working. Yes. So I can put a little post-it note there that says AC is down, an estimated time that it'll be back up again or whatever. That way people can see immediately. They don't need to send a request. We've got this. We're already on. You don't get 50 calls saying I'm warm and I'm toasty over here. That, and I don't know if you know this, but in the system we also have a check duplicate task. So if, for example, if somebody puts in the same task, it pops up and it lets them know this has already been created. So you don't get 50 of them piling up. I hope you enjoyed that interview as much as I did. Benita had some great insight into how to use maintenance care and how big an asset it's been in her maintenance journey. So if you're looking for any more interviews or information, you can go onto our YouTube or our website. You can find that information there. Stay tuned, and I look forward to the next one. I hope you enjoyed that interview as much as I did. Benita had some great insight into how to use maintenance care and how big an asset it's been in her maintenance journey. So if you're looking for any more interviews or information, you can go onto our YouTube or our website. You can find that information there. Stay tuned, and I look forward to the next one.